What is going on, fellow farmers? CJ Farms here. Welcome back to another beginner's guide tutorial on FS25. Today I am going to be showing you guys how to cultivate your fields. It's a very simple process. Now, I don't have any equipment right here right now because I want to go to the store with you guys and show you exactly what you need to buy. So with that said, subscribe if you're new, smash that like button for me, click the bell and click all so you never miss any future content or live streams, guys, and make sure you're subbed to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. So let's go to the store. Let's go up to vehicles, and before we decide what tractor we want to buy, we're going to go down and we're going to buy our cultivator first. So we're going to go down to soil cultivation, and we're going to go in here where it says cultivators. All right, now you can pick any cultivator you want. I do recommend getting the one I recommend getting is the Lemkin, or you can get one of these smaller ones here. This one here seems to, in the last FS22, it left a different type of like ground type. So I don't recommend using that one. I mean, you can if you want. You can also use the Typhoon right here. You can use this one. The one I'm going to get is going to be the Lemkin. Now, the reason I want to wait until we get a tractor is because we're going to look at what horsepower it requires to pull it. So if you look right here, it requires 320 horsepower to pull this. It's got a working width of 8 meters, and it goes at 9 mile per hour working speed, and it weighs 8.5 tons. So let's go ahead and let's buy this. So we need a tractor that's going to be at least 320 or more horsepower. Now, if you got something like this that's going to require 320 horsepower, I recommend getting a tractor that's more than the required horsepower. So for example, 320 horsepower for that, we're going to go into, we can probably do a medium tractor right here. Probably not. Probably need to get a large tractor. So we're going to do a large tractor, and we're going to get something like the Fendt over here. All right. So we could probably go with 396. That would probably pull it. But just to make sure, I'm going to go with the 517 horsepower. I'm going to get Michelin tires. I'm going to get wide tires, Design Line, Black Beauty. And I'm going to go ahead and buy this right here. All right. Now, if you want to know where the store is, or if you want to go to your store, you can, or if you want to go directly to the store after buying your vehicles or whatever, you can hit tab on the keyboard or left or right on your D-pad. It will take you directly to your vehicle, and this is where the store is. Now, if you want to know where the store is on the map, go to your map here, and we're going to go over to hotspots. And if you look right here where we are, that is what the shop icon looks like right there. And you can always click visit, and it will put you right there at the store. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you guys how to cultivate your field. We're going to hop into the tractor. These are such nice tractors. I love the Fendt tractors. I love them. And if you look here on the dash right there, if you look down like towards this way, you will see when I hit the home key, it's got a beacon indicator. And if I hit the F key, it's also got light indicators too. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, let's hop in here. Let's hook up to our cultivator. And we're going to head back down towards the farm. So this should be the right one. This is the one I normally use. Well, it's usually it's a blue one. It's a dark blue one. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's usually that one. All right, guys, I'm going to head back to the farm. Once we get back to the farm and get set up, I will bring you all back into the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so pulling up on the farm here. I love riding first person on FS25. It's just, now, guys, don't pay attention to this right here. This is where I did my last video for rice, but cultivating this field should take care of that. Because I did delete the field, so it should take care of that. So what you're going to do is, and you can see this field is plowed, so it should make a difference when we cultivate. So we're going to pull up here, and we're going to start by opening up the cultivator. We're going to open it up. I want to see about where it is so I know where to get it on my field. And you're just going to pull up. Once your cultivator is open, you're going to pull up. You're going to line it up on the field. You're going to drop it down. You don't have to turn it on. You don't have to turn it on. You're just going to drop it down. You're going to take off. And it's going to start cultivating this field just like so. Just like that. And that is pretty much how you cultivate a field, guys. And this wasn't going to be a long video at all. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to subscribe if you're new. I want to show you guys one more thing before we finish here. Again, let's go back into the store. And down here are your cultivators. These are your plows, cultivators. Plowing is only done every third harvest. just as though lime is done every third harvest. So right here is your plows. These are your different plows you can get. These are your different cultivators. Like I said, this one right here, the last time I used it in FS25, when I would cultivate the ground, it left like a different ground type. And maybe we'll do some test videos where we'll test each cultivator and see which one works better and which one doesn't. And then over here, you've got your disc harrows, which pretty much do the same thing as a cultivator. In my opinion, it does. It's pretty much the same thing. And then over here, you've got your power harrows. This is to, get rid of the plow state after you plow a ground. Over here is your subsoil. So you can use all this stuff for prepping your fields is what I'm trying to say. And then you got mulchers over here. Now, I wish they'd bring so this is the biggest mulcher they have, which is like 12 meters. And then in here, they've got a spader. They've got the stone picker thingy up there is what I always called it. But that is pretty much it, guys and girls. That's pretty much it. Just make sure, like I said, guys, now I knew that this was going to pull this with no issues because this tractor has got 517 horsepower. As you guys seen, the cultivator required 320. So whatever your cultivator requires, just get something that's not exactly that horsepower, but that's a higher horsepower than that. That's how I always do it, and it's never done me wrong. I'm sure you could get that exact horsepower and it would pull it just fine. Just like I probably could have got the Fendt tractor with the 396 horsepower and it would have pulled it just fine. But to each is their own, and that is the best thing about playing this game is you can play it exactly the way you want to, however you want to, and whenever you want to. One thing I do want to make sure of, guys, we're going to test something here real quick while we're in the game. We're going to cultivate this part. So this was part of the rice video I did, and I heard that if you delete the field, that you can cultivate over it and it will take care of that. So let's see if that in fact does that. Please do it. It did not. I bet you have to plow. Yep, I bet you have to plow to get rid of that ground like that. I bet you do. Yeah, it is not. Now, the only way we can get rid of this with the cultivator is when and if they come out with the mod called Cultivator Create Fields. So if they come out with that, we would be able to just drop this down, hit Cultivator Create Fields, and it would go right through that. I don't know why it is not getting rid of it. It's got to be. We've got to have a plow for it. We've got to have a plow for it. What do y'all say we test it real quick while we're in the video? And I'll go back to the store and grab a plow. Okay, guys, so we're going to do I want 2 videos in one here. I showed you how to cultivate, and now we are going to test on how to get rid of the rice ground once you put it down. Let me go grab the plow, guys, and I will bring you all back into the video when I get back to the farm. All right, so we arrived here at the store, and the reason I brought you guys to the store with me is because of this reason. We're going to go into the store. Now, we're going to go into plows, okay? And if you go into your vehicles and go down to soil cultivation, your plows, cultivators, disc harrows, power harrows, subsoilers, everything is right here. We're going to go into plows. And now, normally, this is the plow I use right here. I don't normally use anything else just because everything else feels a little awkward to me. I don't know why. This plow feels pretty normal, and it requires 300 horsepower, so that's a good thing. Let's see what tires look best on here. I'm assuming those right there, the Beretta Stain, I guess that's how you say it. So this requires 300 horsepower. It's 4.5 tons. It's got a working width of 4.9 meters, 7 mile per hour working speed. Let's go ahead and let's buy this. All right, and let's hook up to this, and we're going to take it back to the farm, and we are going to plow the field. So I'll do 2 videos in one, or 3 actually. How to cultivate, how to get rid of your rice field, possibly if it works like this, and how to plow. So we'll at least put in the title how to cultivate and how to plow your fields. So we're going to do 2 videos in one here. I'm going to show you guys here. It's actually a really beautiful view here. Riverview map is probably one of my favorites so far. I haven't looked at the other ones yet, but this one so far is my favorite. If you guys seen earlier, we did the rice video, and then we did a video on how to use the water ferry. And you can swim. If you guys watch my how to use the water ferry video, you guys know that we can swim in Farmsim 25. It's actually pretty cool. All right. And like I said, I love driving in first person in this game. I love it. I absolutely love it, man. I absolutely love it. Oh, turn. All right, so let's pull in right here. Is my hazards not working? Okay, yeah, they are. So what I want to test out now, you got to unfold the plow. Here's what you got to do. You have to unfold the plow. That's what you got to do first of all. Now, if you're going to start on this side of the field, you need to flip the plow over. Okay? So on keyboard, oh, actually, yeah, see, so right there, that's why you can do it with a plow, because you automatically have the allow create fields with the plow. Did we have that with the cultivator and I just didn't notice it? Let me see. Let me see real quick, because I think that's always came with the plows. But let me just see real quick. They might have actually included that in the game with the cultivators too. They did not. They did not include that. They did not include that. I figured by now that Giants would include that in the game itself. I guess they don't. All right, let's go back to the plow. And I do have some rice saplings left over from over, guys. Just ignore that. All right, so that's why it has to be done with a plow. So you would have to plow first, which is with a rice field is how you got to do it anyway. You have to plow. So we're going to do this. And the way that you flip the plow with the keyboard is going to be the B key. And then on controller, if you're using controller, if I can get my controllers to switch back around, it's going to be right bumper and X, okay? Now, what we would do is we pull up to the corner of this right here. We want to get it kind of straight, even though it's hard to get plow straight. We're going to drop it down. Now, keep in mind, if you activate allow create fields and you're way back here and you start plowing, you're going to plow the ground back here. It's going to tear up your ground behind the field, okay? As long as you don't have allow create fields on, you should be able to go. And this should... Nope, we're going to have to turn on allow create fields to even... Yep, we're going to have to. All right, let's lift the plow up. So, in order to do this, we're going to have to activate allow create fields. On controller, it's going to be left bumper Y. All right, on keyboard, it's going to be the Y key. We're going to pull up. We're going to drop it down. Hopefully, it doesn't ruin... see how it's ruining the ground behind me? See that? So, that's what you got to be careful with. But, however, you have to use a plow and you have to activate allow create fields. So that's how you would get rid of that rice field. So sorry about that, guys. We would turn around and we would then flip the plow back over, because it's then going to be on this side of the field. You would drop it down, and then you just have to be careful on how far you come out. But you're not really going to have a choice, because once you get there, you would kind of have to stop right at the end of the field, lift it up, and then turn back around and do the same thing and rotate it while you're turning. Oh, but that is pretty much it, guys, for this tutorial. Just wanted to show you how to cultivate. I figured I'd go ahead and show you how to plow in the same video. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, subscribe if you're new. Smash that like button for me. Click that bell and click all, so you never miss any future content or live streams. Everyone, may Jesus shine in your heart like the brightest star. And until next time, everyone, this is CJ Farms, and one crop at a time, we are helping America grow. I will see you all in the next video.